Basketball on 1035ESPN.com, the 1035 ESPN app, Logan Vols TV on YouTube, the John A. Logan Women's Basketball Facebook page, and also the River Radio Sports Central app as well. John A. Logan Women's Basketball starting out good this season. They started out 2-0 last weekend against Moberly area and Independence at Moberly area, and they are looking to make it 3-0 today at Danville Area Community College. Hello, I am Matt Varney. Eric joins back in the River Radio Sports Central control room, and John LeBlanc on the video feed that we have today as well. John A. Logan is at Danville Area Community College. We are bringing you today's game remotely. We will see them in action live this Wednesday when they have their home opener against Kaskaskia at 5 o'clock. We're looking forward to that. But today they play the Jaguars of Danville Area Community College. They've seen them in the non-conference the past 2 seasons, and they've split that series 1-1. Danville won at John A. Logan College last year, so Logan's looking for a little bit of revenge as Charlie Jones entering season number 3. Again, 2-0 on the season so far. Charlie Jones is 22-30 on his career. The Jaguars are led by Kyle Bent. He's in his 15th season as a head coach. He's 67-59 at Danville Area Community College, 201 and 190 on his career. Danville is 1-2 coming into tonight, this afternoon. They lost to Kankakee Community College 58-45 on Thursday. They won last Saturday over Clark State 103-41, and they lost on Halloween 83-68. John A. Logan College looking to hit their first 3-0 start since 2018. That would be a big win for Coach Charlie Jones if they can get the win here today. We will get more into it on the pregame interview, but real quick note, I have been informed by Coach Jones that Aaliyah Converse is no longer with the team. We'll hear from him on the pregame interview about that. That looks at now, who's the leaders of this team. Well, Brooklyn Burnett's averaging 11 points per game and 12 rebounds. Kira Whitaker, another 11 points a game with 2.5 assists per game. D. Williams Woolard, 7 points per game, 14 rebounds per game, and Charlotte Delisle averaging 13.5 points per game. And the big question is who's going to take that 5th starting spot for Logan with no more Converse. I would look at Grayson Morris out of Carbondale. Off the bench, she's averaged 9.5 points per game. We'll see if that's who takes the spot or if it'll be someone else for the Lady Vols. Getting close to tip-off at Danville Area Community College. Again, we're bringing today's game remotely. We'll take a minute break. When we come back, our pregame interview with the coach of the Lady Vols, Charlie Jones, right here on 1035ESPN.com. Talking with Coach Charlie Jones on the pregame. Going to be taking on Danville here shortly. Coach, first things first, Aaliyah Converse did play last Saturday, but didn't see much of her. When we talked that things might be in the works, and just a statement on Aaliyah.
Yeah, she will. She's not a part of the team at this point, and so we're kind of making adjustments, and we're going to help her in any way we can with her future, for sure.
On Saturday, last Saturday, I should say, when you played Independence, the first 2 games, really, it felt like Russ was being shook off by everybody, but it slow starts to both games, but Saturday especially, once kind of the identity was established for the team of, okay, Aaliyah's not playing, it really felt like the team was able to kind of be like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do, and figured things out against Independence.
Right, and we did. We started out flat. I think they had a 7-0 starting out, and then we called a timeout and re-emphasized what we needed to do. And then the young ladies got out there and they figured out, what needed to be done and follow what myself and the coaching staff had put them in place. And I think really with this team, the change came because of they're playing hard. Mm-hmm. And anytime you're playing very hard, you're going to make mistakes and different things like that. But this team got an identity where they don't get rattled, and they continue to fight back and battle. Like I said, after the game is that we have blue collar players, and they work well together. They found, they're finding their roles, and so we're excited about the direction the team is going.
Going through the box scores, the official stats for the games, the thing that stuck out most to me was D, especially in the first game, 26 rebounds. The next night, 12. And I mean, most nights you'll be happy with 12 for somebody. It's 2 games, but she's averaging 19 a game right now. To have a rebounder like her, I was talking with someone earlier today, in fact, and saying that's Dennis Rodman-like.
Well, she's that type of player. She has a high motor. She never gets tired, and she just get after it. And one thing about her, she has a nose for the ball, and I think that helps a lot. And then she has this knack to kind of see plays before they even happen. So. And so she put herself in position to get rebounds in. And Brooke did a very good job rebounding as well. And so with the tandem like that, if we can get a few other girls to get some other rebounds there that they miss, I think we'll be a pretty good rebounding team.
Both games last weekend, you were in moments where it was like things could start to fall apart. And last year, things would have fallen apart. But, I thought it was really impressive in the fact that the team didn't start kind of getting down on themselves. They said, we can still win this. On Saturday against Independence, you were down against them 7 multiple times. And just it was a situation where it was like you could have fallen apart, but the team instead came together and found a way both times.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. They have that type of mentality that as long as there's time on the clock, we got a chance to win. And they did it on the defensive end. And the offensive come as we continue to work together. And so I was very proud of them. And actually, they were positive throughout. They never rattled them at all, and they just figured out, okay, this is what we got to do, and they stayed the course.
Well, something else that I noticed that last year you struggled with was getting out of the press, getting out of the trap specifically. And again, the team worked it to perfection and I don't think they had really a turnover in the backcourt once in those 2 games.
Yes, and that's the key, being able to handle pressure at this level. And, both teams threw different types of defense at us back and forth, and they would be in man one time, and then they would be in a diamond press, or it would be in a 1-3-1 or a 2-3, trying to keep us off balance back and forth. But one thing about the ladies, they picked up on it, and the coaching staff did a great job on the bench of calling things out. And really, when I look back at film, if you look at our bench, the excitement of the other young ladies on the bench, and they were calling out things so those on the floor would know what was going on if they didn't see it.
Playing Danville this weekend. Last year, you took a 7-point loss to them. The year before, you won. So this is year 3 in a row that you're seeing Danville. When I look at the roster, they don't have a lot from last year. They had a lot of sophomores last year, and that I think was part of the reason why they got the better end of the things. But they do have a girl, Aerosmith, who had 11 off the bench against you. Is she one of their main focuses coming into this weekend?
Yeah, and they have a couple other players on there that we have to really take notice of. This is going to be an exciting road trip because, if you remember, my first year, that was my first win.
Yeah.
And so we're excited about going back up there and see if we can put ourselves in a position to win. And I think the girls are up for the challenge as well.
What do they do well?
They can shoot it. They got some shooters, and then they have a point guard that can handle the ball and get downhill. And so, of course, Coach Kyle up there, he does a great job of coaching them. And so we got to make sure that we're ready to play.
And then I know we talked about it on the post game on Saturday, but being 2-0 has to feel really fantastic, especially with just the past 2 years, how much struggle and strife has gone on. And I know the season's still, you got 23 more games in the regular season, but to be sitting at 2-0 and being like, we're moving in the right direction has to feel good.
Yes, it does. It does. It feels real good, and I'm more excited about it for the players because they've been working hard and since the conditioning and everything. So they're putting in the work, and I want them to see the fruit of their labor. So I think they'll continue to move forward.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Logan women's basketball team, Charlie Jones. If you're watching on the video feed, currently the national anthem going on at Danville Area Community College, and we'll have starting lineups here in just a moment. One player that we did not see last week that we will see today, from what I have heard, Kaylin Robinson out of Gary, Indiana, a 5'6" freshman guard. Coach Jones was very excited about her when he was able to get her commitment this past offseason. So expect her to be a big part of this team moving forward as well. Starting lineups are in. Grayson Morris is going to be in the starting lineup for the Lady Vols. She's a freshman forward out of Carbondale, Illinois. Went to Cape Girardeau before her senior year, a 5'10" freshman guard. D. Williams Woolard, a 6' freshman forward out of Knoxville, Tennessee, from Fulton High School. Brooklyn Burnett, a 6'1" sophomore center out of Metropolis, Illinois. Went to Massac County High School. Kiera Whitaker, a 5'9" sophomore guard out of Bardwell, Kentucky. Went to Carlisle County High School. And Charlotte Delisle, a 5'9" sophomore guard out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Went to Spring Valley High School and went to Barton last year. For the Jaguars, this is their starting lineup. It is going to be, as I get the correct ones here, Chiomi Igwe, a 5'6" sophomore guard out of Irvington, New Jersey. Aaliyah Emmers, a 5'9" sophomore guard out of Champaign, Illinois. Alexa Jameson, a 5'6" freshman point guard out of Fairmount, Illinois. Camille Angie, a 5'9" freshman forward out of Richmond, Indiana. And Madison Jobe, a 5'8" sophomore guard out of Indianapolis, Indiana. No one stands above 5'9" for the Jaguars. Meanwhile, the Vols' smallest player in their starting lineup is 5'9". D. Woolard steps into the circle alongside Aaliyah Emmers. Emmers averages 12.3 points per game. I do want to have a quick stat correction before the game begins. I said on the pregame interview with Coach Jones that Woolard had 26 rebounds in the first game. It was actually 16. Here's the tip. Easily won by the Vols. Charlotte Delisle has the ball, and she'll bring it up out of the backcourt to start this game. Delisle at the volleyball line, goes to the left, swings over to the far side. It's Whitaker with it now. Whitaker being defended. Back on over to Burnett. Top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Flips on over to Delisle. Curls into the paint. Out to Whitaker, and saved it from going out of bounds. Into Morris. Top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Three-pointer from Whitaker. Rattles down for Kiera Whitaker. They need to get her going big time. 11 points game for Kiera Whitaker. And she had a huge game last Saturday with 18 points. Here now are the Jaguars. It is Angie looking to pass it off. Finally gets it on over to Igwe. Igwe, top of the key, being defended by Delisle. Goes to the right, gets a pick. Runs into Morris. Spits it on out now. On over to the top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Picked up the dribble. Sends it up. Inside. No good. And rebounded by Woolard. And a foul. Shot clock violation, I'm being told. And so that'll go down as a turnover for the Jaguars. Logan leads 3-0 in the first minute of this game. Whitaker will bring it on up out of the backcourt. Being defended by Igwe. Brings it to the near side. Gets a pick. Goes to the right now. Now it's Delisle with it on the near side. Delisle looking to pass. Gets it over to Burnett. Top of the key. Right-hand dribble. Driving in. Flip on over to Whitaker in the corner. Back on over to Woolard now near the top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Back over to Whitaker. Corner three from her. Wide open. Too strong, though. And rebounded by Igwe. Bringing it up with the right hand now. And stopped at the wing. Runs into defender and taken away by Grayson Morris. 2 turnovers on the day for the Jaguars already. Woolard with it, driving in, left hand, sends it up at the board, no good. Gets her own rebound and lost it. Poked out of bounds now, and it'll be Jaguar ball. So Logan gets their first turnover of the game, and it is still 3-0. Logan leads with 8:19 to play in the first. And Woolard steals the inbound play away, and this is going to be a jump ball call here, and looks like Danville will retain possession. Great job there by Woolard, though, to steal it right underneath the cup. Igwe gets the inbound, and Delisle applying pressure in the backcourt. 8:13 to play in the first. Igwe gets across the timeline. Delisle defending closely still. Picked up the dribble, gets on over to Angie, and now she's going to get back on over on the far side. Gets a pick, left wing, thought about that three, inside to Angie, stolen away by Burnett, and loose ball, and here's a foul. This should be a reach-in on Igwe. It will be a foul. It is a turnover as well on Danville, and Logan takes possession of the ball. 7:55 to play in the first. Logan leading 3-0. Kiera Whitaker, the only one with points with that three-pointer to start the game. Woolard gets it into Whitaker. She'll bring it on up. Woolard goes to her right, and crossing the timeline is Whitaker. Right-hand dribble on over to Morris now on the right wing. Lobs into Woolard, and she'll bring it back on out to Delisle, top of the key. Delisle looks around. Left-hand dribble on out to Burnett. Left-hand dribble inside. Goes through some bodies, sends it up, got fouled, and will go to the stripe here. 3-0 lead for Logan, and it will be not a shooting foul, so Logan will inbound here. So Burnett will not be going to the line. Inbound to Burnett. Back on out to Morris. Thought about the deep two, now driving in, and they call a travel. Second turnover of the day for Logan. Both teams struggling to get things going on the offensive end. Logan leads 3-0 with 7.5 to play in the first quarter. Igwe across the timeline against Delisle. Goes to her left. Delisle, some fantastic pressure. Gets on over to Alexa Jamison. Right-hand dribble going against Whitaker. Poked out. And it will be Jaguar ball on the inbound coming up. Possession arrow goes towards Logan. Kaylin Robinson in for the first time in her collegiate career. Also, Antonia Davis into the game. She's averaging 6 points in the first 2 games of the season. Inbound play from the baseline. Looking around, bounce on into the corner for a 3. And no good for the Jaguars. They're going to get their own offensive rebound. No, it's on the floor now. Jump ball, and this will be Logan ball. Possession arrow in favor of Logan. 7:13 to play now. And what are we doing here? Both referees discussing. Jump ball should be Logan ball. There should be no dispute on this. Charlie Jones even saying, yes, it's our ball. And finally they agree it is Logan ball. 3-0 lead for Logan. It'll be D. Woolard inbounding in front of the Logan bench. Bounce on into Delisle. She'll bring it up herself. Across the timeline. Right-hand dribble using that speed. Gets it into Antonia Davis backing, going into the baseline, out to Woolard, over to Morris, pulls up from the free throw line, rattles around, no good, and ball is loose and picked up by the Jaguars. Underhanded over to the other side, up, and no good off the glass, gets her own rebound, up, no good again, and Morris had it, poked out, it's going to be Logan ball. 6:47 to play, 3-0 lead still for Logan. Nobody has had any luck on the offensive end. Just can't get the top off the rim. Delisle will bring it up out of the backcourt. Across the timeline now. Gets on over to Robinson. Right-hand dribble going in. On out to Woolard now in the corner driving. Over to Morris. Thought about that free throw line jumper. Into the paint. Floats it up. Good for the Carbondale graduate. 2 points for Morris. It's a 5-0 lead for Logan. 6:25 to play in the first quarter. Driving in left hand. Flips it up with the right hand. No good. It's going to be a foul on the floor coming up. And that should be Jamison going to the stripe, I do believe. No, it's going to be a foul on the floor, so it will be an inbound play coming up. I believe that's Logan's first foul. Bounce on into the left wing, on out to the logo. And brings it around on the right wing, now into the hands of, I believe that is Julissa Gill. Driving in now, out to the left wing, and they say she carried it, so it's another turnover for Danville. They're 5th already in this game. 6:10 to play in the first quarter. Logan leads 5-0. It will be Williams Woolard inbounding to Charlotte Delisle here in just a second. Delisle will bring it on up out of the backcourt. Jamison will meet her across the timeline. Right-hand dribble using that speed. Up, off the glass, no good, and rebounded once again by the Jaguars. And if there was a foul, the way that things were just going, it doesn't matter either way, I suppose, other than just an inbound play. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Matt Varney bringing you today's game remotely. Eric joins back in the River Radio Sports Central control room, and John LeBlanc helping to bring you today's video feed. Out of the backcourt, it's Danville Area Community College. Jamison with it on the right wing. Driving in, up, and good. Gets Danville's first points of the game. It's 5-2 now. Whitaker bringing it on up. Across the timeline. Over to Woolard on the right wing. Thinking about crossing up. Bounce on over to Robinson. Top of the key. Robinson on over to the left for Davis. Thought about that three. Right-hand dribble. Driving into the paint. And back on out to Whitaker. Right-hand dribble now inside. Free throw line jumper off the glass. No good. And rebounded by the Jaguars. 5-2 lead for Logan. 5:19 to play in the first quarter. Flip on over to the left wing. Fakes a shot. Driving in. Bounce on out to the baseline. Driving now. Back on out to the left wing for the three. A tie, and rattles off no good. Robinson has the rebound. The Gary, Indiana native falls to the floor as she seemed to be tripped. No foul called, though, and here come the Jaguars at the other end. Up and no good, but we'll be shooting two. It's Shiome Igwe going to the line. She is from Irvington, New Jersey, an Oxon Hill High School native, or graduate, I should say. And 4:58 to play in the first quarter. Logan leads 5-2 against Danville. And we'll take a minute break and be back on 1035ESPN.com. Out of the break, Shioma Igwe should be going to the stripe here for Danville Area Community College here in just a moment. Danville, a Region 24 team, but at the Division II level, whereas Logan is a Division I team in the Region 24 of NJCAA women's basketball. Igwe at the stripe, first one up, rattles around and goes down. She averages 9.7 points per game and 8 rebounds per game. That's through 3 games this season. Here comes the second one for Igwe, up, and once again rattles around, goes down. It's 5-4 now with under 5 to play in the first quarter. Kaylin Robinson with it on the near side. Where's number 1? This is her first collegiate game. Right-hand dribble, swing on over to Whitaker at the volleyball line. Swings now on over to Antonia Davis. Left-hand dribble, gives over to Robinson. Trying to get to the top of the key. Cut off, though. Left-hand dribble. Ball poked loose, and it's going to be taken away by Danville. On over to the free throw line. Jump up and good. And Danville would have had the lead, but they turn it over on a travel call. 5-4 lead for Logan. Danville has 6 turnovers in this game already. Logan just up to 3. Whitaker inbounds to Delisle. She'll bring it on up as she comes back into the game. Crossing the timeline now. Calls for a play. Gets a pick from Antonia Davis. Goes top of the key now. Right-hand dribble. And a stoppage. Logan turns it over on a foul. And it'll be Danville ball. And so it looks like it will be Madison Jobe inbounding. Jobe averaging 13.3 points per game. She'll inbound to Alexa Jameson, who averages 8.3 points per game. Crossing the timeline is Jameson, top of the key, gets on over to the right wing, back over to Jameson, top of the key, left-hand dribble, inside, and Logan just lets it go as it goes out of bounds. 7th turnover here in this quarter alone. Coming into the game, D. Williams-Woolard, again with 26 rebounds in her first 2 games, ranked 33rd in the nation in total rebounds. Whitaker, top of the key, behind the back, down to Antonia Davis, but couldn't find the intended target. 5th turnover for Logan. And also for Williams-Woolard, 14 points per game. Again, just 2 games in, so take it with a big grain of salt. But 7th in the nation with that average. Logan did not turn the ball over, as it was touched last by Danville. Everybody was confused. Antonia Davis on the right wing, swings over to Whitaker, top of the key, gets a pick from Davis, driving with it. Back on out to Delisle on the right wing. Delisle looks around, under 4 to play. It's 5-4. Logan leading at Danville. Spin move, sends up a forced shot, rattles around and goes down for Delisle anyways. Third ball to score today. It's 7-4. 3:35 to play in the first. Swing over to the corner for the 3. And no good for Michaela Drake, who also averages 13 points a game. Williams-Woolard on the floor, fighting for it, and it's stolen away. And here is the 5th turnover, and down low, up, no good. And let's see what the call is here. I think they're going to call a shooting foul and send the Danville player to the line. 7-4, Logan leads. 3:20 to play in the first. As I believe that's Jaleesa Gill at the stripe here. First one up is good. That's Emmers, Emmers gets on the book. Danville averaging 57.8% at the free throw line as a team in their first 3 games, but so far they're perfect in this game, 4 for 4 after that make. It's 7-6 now as Charlotte Delisle will bring it on up. 3:15 to play until the end of the first quarter. Delisle crossing the timeline, swings on over to Whitaker on the left wing. Looks around, gets a pick from Davis, now top of the key, down to Antonia Davis, up with the left hand. No good, but she'll go to the stripe to shoot 2. Davis on the season, just 2 for 6 at the stripe. That all happened in last Saturday's game against Independence. Let's see if she can improve that average. 3:06 to play. Here's the first one for Davis. Up. Rattles out. Oh, man. She's got the shot. She just couldn't find the bottom of the net. Antonia Davis out of Newport, Arkansas. Just a freshman for Logan. Second one goes down. 1 for 2 at the stripe today. It's 8-6. Logan leads with 3 minutes to play in the first. Swing on over to Drake. Back on over to Jamison, top of the key. Over to the left wing. Inside, almost stolen away. Emmers fighting for it. Ball poked loose. It'll stay with the Jaguars. 2:51 to play in the first. Logan leads at 8-6. Danville 1-2 on the season. Logan 2-0. Looking to inbound from the baseline. Lobs it over to Drake on the right wing. Whitaker closes quickly. And a ball that was nearly an over and back play here. Now over to the corner. Stolen away by Logan. Woolard has it. And she'll now try to get it on over to the teammate. It is Burnett up and no good. Couldn't find it. It's loose and rebounded by Danville. Over to the other end for the fast break for Emmers. Up. No good, but she's going to get hit with a travel here, in fact. So 9 turnovers for Danville in the first quarter. Logan hasn't been able to take advantage, though. That's the one theme that we've seen here in the early season. Logan hasn't been able to benefit from their opponent's mistakes. And they'll have to learn how to do that if they want to take things to the next level. 2:25 to play in the first. Logan leads 8-6 at Danville Area Community College. Whitaker with it on the near side. Gets a pick. On over to Morris now on the right wing. Morris with a pick. Going to take it to the left now. Over to Whitaker now on the left wing. Shimmy's driving in now. Free throw line jumper. And airballs it. And Woolard saves it from going out of bounds, but it's still rebounded by Danville. Here come the Jaguars at the other end looking for the fast break. A bounce and another travel. That's the 10th turnover for Danville here. All in the first quarter. 8 minutes into the game. 8-6 lead for Logan. Whitaker will inbound in front of her bench. Gets on into Delisle. Delisle crossing the timeline. 1:55 to play till the second quarter. Grayson Morris with it on the right wing. Gonna go right, driving, flips it up with the finger roll. No good, and rebounded by Igwe. Crossing the timeline is Igwe now. Right-hand dribble, calls for a play. Gets on over to Jamison on the left wing. Jamison skips on over to Drake. Right wing 3 for the lead. And no good. Rebounded by Jamison, though. Takes it into the corner. Bounce on over. Now brings it on over to the wing. Picked up the dribble. Down on the baseline. Driving. Got the Logan player to jump. And a foul called here. Camille Angie got Antonia Davis to jump and inadvertently trip Angie, and Angie's going to be going to the stripe to shoot 2. Minute 23 in this quarter. Angie at the stripe. First one up is good. Angie's a 5'9" freshman forward out of Richmond, Indiana, went to Northeastern High School. Here's the second one for number 12 of the Jaguars. Rattles around and goes down. Again, they were averaging just 57.8% through their first 3 games at the line. And currently, Danville, 6 for 6 at the stripe. Tied up the game 8-8. Williams Woolard will inbound to Kiera Whitaker here. Minute 23 to play in the first quarter. Whitaker bringing it on up across the timeline now. Gets on over to Lyle. Driving, free throw line jumper off the back iron, no good, and rebounded by Danville. Minute 8 to play. Here now is left wing driving in, back on out to the left wing for the 3. Jamison, no good. Williams Woolard has the rebound. D. Williams Woolard gets on over to Whitaker on the left wing. Swings over to Delisle. Under a minute to play now in the first quarter. 8-8 the score. Delisle driving in, out to Morris. Open in the corner for the 3. And just a little shy of the 3. Rebounded by Danville now. 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jamison brings it up on the right wing. And a whistle. I believe Whitaker's going to get hit with the foul here. It will be Whitaker with a foul. And Danville's in the bonus, so that'll send Jamison to the stripe. A make would put Danville in the lead for the first time today. 8-8, low-scoring affair. First one up, good. She leads Danville now with 3 points. She's from Salt Fork High School. Second one for the double digits, up. Also good. 8 for 8 at the stripe today for Danville. It's 10-8, Danville leads. Delisle across the timeline, 30 seconds to play. 22 on the shot clock. Swing on over to Morris on the right wing. Morris looks around, skips on over to Burnett on the left wing. Right-hand dribble. Back on out to Woolard in the corner on the other side. Into Burnett at the free throw line. Pulls up and rattles around and just short. 14 seconds remain as Danville gets the final possession if they want it. Drake driving into the paint. Floats it up. That one no good, but got fouled and will go to the stripe. 8 seconds left on the clock. So Logan will get one more chance to try to score before the end of this quarter. But first, Michaela Drake's going to the stripe for a chance at her first points of the game. First one up for Drake is good. For a team that comes into this game shooting under 60%, they seem to be very well versed in making free throws. Second one, also good. They are 10 for 10 at the stripes so far in this game. 12-8. Logan's going to roll it up. Delisle picks it up out of the backcourt, driving 5 seconds on the clock now. Top of the key, over to Woolard. Going to drive in, spin move, shoots it up. That rattles around and no good as we head to the second quarter. Logan trails 12-8 at Danville Area Community College at the end of one. We'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Ball. Logan trails at the end of the first quarter, 12-8 at Danville Area Community College. Logan 2-0 on the season. Danville is 1-2. Danville, only one made field goal so far in this game. They've got 10 of their points at the stripe. They are perfect at the stripe, 10 for 10. But Logan and Danville both struggling to make anything happen, period, in this game. 12-8 after just 10 minutes in this game. Also, Danville with 10 turnovers, Logan with 5. It has been a strange game to start out. We'll see if the coaches have been able to solve some issues for their teams and maybe get the scoring going a little bit in this second quarter. Matt Varney bringing you today's game remotely from John A. Logan College. The Vols are in Danville, Illinois, at Danville Area Community College. John LeBlanc helping to bring you today's video feed, of course, and Eric Joins bringing you today's game from the River Radio Sports Central studios. Down low, off the glass, rolls around, no good for Danville. They get their own rebound, though, back out to Michaela Drake. Top of the key now, it's Jamison. Right-hand dribble, picked up her dribble, over to Drake now on the wing, back over to Jamison, top of the key. Looks to the left side for the wing, driving in now, out to the corner, a wide-open three, and they nail it this time. Madison Job hits a three. It's 15-8. Caitlin Robinson across the timeline now, swings on over to Delisle. Delisle. Left-hand dribble, going into the paint, fakes a shot, sends it up. That one rattles around, no good. Grayson Morris saves it from going out of bounds, but we're going to see a turnover anyways. So Job will inbound to Jamison off the baseline. It's 15-8. Logan trails by 7 with 9:15 to play till halftime. Jamison, top of the key, swings on over to the left wing. Swings over to the corner now for Job. Inside. Looking around, back out to Drake, right wing three, looking wide open, but airballed it and retrieved at the baseline. Job with it. Inside to Jamison, drives it, and no good. And Logan retrieves it, and it's going to be Whitaker driving into a double team. Gets it on out to Delisle, and Delisle will get across half court. Delisle, top of the key, on the left wing now. Swings on out to Burnett. She's going to have a wide open path to the basket, and off the glass, it's good for Brooklyn Burnett, her first points of the game. It's 15-10 now. Logan trailing, 8:35 to play till halftime. Jamison swings over to Drake on the left side. Back on over to Jamison, top of the key. Bounce on inside to Emmers. In the paint, ball is loose. Gets back on out to Jamison. Right-hand dribble, driving in. Bounce on out to the corner for the three. And Igwe's shot is no good. Caitlin Robinson has the ball now. And I think this is a reach call here on one of the Jaguars. Logan will inbound here in just a moment. Coming up at halftime, we talked to Logan softball coach Taylor Seifert. The first pitch dinner, it was a success last season, last January, and so they've got the second one coming up this January. Tickets go on sale on Monday. Caitlin Robinson drives, floats it up, no good, and rebounded by Danville. Jamison on out to the corner and goes out of bounds. It'll be Logan ball here. 11th turnover for Danville today. 15-10 lead for for Danville. Whitaker will inbound to Delisle. Delisle averaging 13.5 points per game so far this season. She's been held to 2 so far today. Delisle at the volleyball line. Inside to Whitaker. Out to Robinson on the left wing. Really thought about that three. Back over to Delisle now, top of the key. Into Burnett. Gives back to Delisle. Driving in now. Picked up the dribble. Steps in. That one no good on the drop foot and rebounded by the Jaguars. On over to Drake on the right wing now. Stepping in. Gets on over to Jamison. Bounce over. Top of the key for Job. And the three rattles off. No good. Burnett has the rebound. Gets on over to Morris. And the Terrier graduate brings it across the timeline. Steps in. Free throw line. Looking to pass it off. Gets it on over to Delisle on the left wing. Jab stepping. Going away from a pick. Into the paint. And looking to pass now. Out to Burnett. Near the arc. Stepping and out to Caitlin Robinson for the three in the corner. A little shy, but Burnett gets it, sends it back up, and in it goes. And she'll be going for the and one attempt as well. Scoreless in the first quarter, and she now is leading the Vols in points. And with an and one attempt, could be leading everybody in this game in points. Burnett from Massac County High School, Metropolis, Illinois. A 6'1" sophomore center. And one up is good. So Logan trails 15-13, 7:05 to go till halftime. Logan right back into this one after trailing by 7 just a moment ago. Here's Jamison, swings on over to Igwe. Down to the hands of Drake on the left wing. Back on over to Igwe, top of the key. Inside to Job. Back on out to Jamison. Logan running the 2-3 zone. Driving in and sends up the shot. No good. And Burnett says thank you very much. She baseballs it over to Delisle. Delisle trying to bring it on up and runs into a defender. Up. No good, but she got fouled. I think, no, they call it travel. And Logan gives the ball away. That's their 6th turnover of this game. 6:41 to play in the first half. Logan trails 15-13. Coming up later today, John A. Logan men's basketball playing at number 13 Indian Hills. That'll be a big one. They lost to number 8 Coffeyville by 8 last night. Here's Job with a baseline jumper. No good. Poked around, and Burnett has the rebound now. Robinson poked it, gets it on over to Delisle. Up on the fast break. It is good for Delisle. And all of a sudden, we've got a tie game. 15-15 at Danville Area Community College. Logan looking for win number 3 on the season. Here's Igwe on the right wing. Swings on over to Jamison, top of the key. Back over to Igwe. Igwe inside to Job, down low, poked around, and Logan takes it away. And here come the Vols now. Robinson into the paint all by herself. Up, no good. Delisle ended up falling to the floor as well. And another turnover. Here's a shot. Up, no good. Logan takes it away. The Vols now trying to run fast breaks. Robinson up, no good. She got fouled. And we'll go to the stripe here. Kaylin Robinson, 5'6", freshman guard out of Gary, Indiana, went to Bowman High School. She's looking for her first points in her collegiate career. Did not play last weekend at Moberly area, but is now playing in Game 3 of the season. And I heard some people talking. Assistant coach David Hughes was asked, is the new girl, referencing Kaylin Robinson, they said, is the new girl going to help us? They said, oh, yeah, going to help us a lot. First one up, just short. Robinson wears number 1 for the Lady Vols. Delisle takes a seat. Did not see who came in for Delisle, but I'm sure we'll figure out here in just a moment. Second one is good for Robinson, and so she has scored her first collegiate point of her college career. Congratulations to her. 16-15 lead for Logan here at Danville Area Community College. Jamison with the top of the key over to Job on the left wing. Shimmies on over to the corner for the 3. No, driving in now. Here's a floater from the baseline. It is good for Taylor Clark. Taylor Clark out of Paris, Illinois. And 5:27 to play. A timeout called. Logan trails 17-16 at Danville Area Community College. We're back in 30 seconds. Balls as we come out of the break here in just a moment. Trail 17-16 at Danville Area Community College. It was a very slow-moving first quarter. Danville led 12-8 after the end of the first, but now Logan has taken control of this game in the second quarter. They still trail, but they have had a 8-5 second quarter, and we still got about 5 minutes to play. 5:27 is on the clock as we head out of the break here in just a moment. Brooklyn Burnett leading everybody in points with 5. Charlotte Delisle has 4 for the Lady Vols here. Those are leading scorers for the Vols. Alexa Jamison has 4 to lead the Jaguars as the break just about to be finished here in just a moment. 5:27 to play in the first half as the media timeout. I do believe that's what it was. They're coming out of. And so Logan currently has Antonia Davis, Kiera Whitaker, Grayson Morris, Brooklyn Burnett, and Charlotte Delisle on the court for the Lady Vols. Once again, Logan, Danville, their tallest player is 5'9". Logan's smallest player is Kaylin Robinson at 5'6", but then you got Onaya Reed at 5'8", and everybody else is 5'9" or above. So Logan's got the advantage on the size, without a doubt. Logan trailing 17-16 at Danville as play resumes. Charlotte Delisle across the timeline now. Over to Grayson Morris on the left wing. Dribbling around, top of the key. Now looking to her left. Looking to the right now, trying to find someone to pass off to, and it's going to be a turnover here, and the 8th for Logan here in this game. Believe she carried the ball there. Jamison will bring it across the timeline. Jamison over to the right for Clark. Now over to the left side for Job, a 3, and rattles off no good. Davis gets the rebound. Davis coming into the game, averaging 6 points and 2 assists per game. Ball goes out of bounds. Logan couldn't find another teammate, and it's going to be the 9th turnover on the Vols now. 17-16 lead for Danville Area Community College on their home floor. 4:50 to play in the first half. It's Jamison. Pass on over to Clark on the right wing. Bounce on over to Job. Back on over to Clark, stepping in, and gets it on over to the baseline. Back over to Clark on the right wing. Left-hand dribble. Gets it on out to Drake on the left wing. She'll drive in. Sends it up. A floater. It rattles out no good, but a foul called. And it will be sending Drake to the stripe. Drake 2 for 2. No, excuse me. He's going to be inbound play. Excuse me. 4:36 to play. Inbound to the left wing. Flip on over to Clark. Clark on the left wing going into the corner. Runs into a double team and saved near half court. Igwe on over to Jamison. Right wing steps in. Nice little pocket right there. No good though. And Logan pokes it out. Rebounded by Igwe. Igwe now gets on over to Jamison. Swing on over to Job for the left wing 3 and nailed it. So all of a sudden Job is leading in scoring today with 6 points. 20-6, Logan trails, 4 minutes to play till halftime. Here is now Delisle on the left wing. 4 minutes to play till halftime. Looking to pass, letting the offense develop, gets on over to Whitaker. 15 on the shot clock. Pulls up for the 3 to answer, but airballs and goes out of bounds. So it'll be Danville ball once again. Logan just struggling on offense today. Inbound, and Jamison will bring it on up. Crossing the timeline now. Over to Clark on the right wing. Clark skips and stolen away by Whitaker. Here come the Lady Vols. Whitaker, a player to beat, up and good on the fast break. 5 points for Whitaker today. It's 20-18, 3:30 to play till halftime. Jamison crosses timeline, top of the key, picks up the dribble. Over to Clark, wide open 3 on the wing, and rattles off, and it's rebounded by Whitaker. Whitaker will bring it across the timeline herself. Looks to the left, trying to get things set up. Gets a pick, goes to the right, driving, floats it up. That one rolls off, no good, and rebounded by Katie Lawrence. Danville brings it up across the timeline now. Swing on over to Igwe, to the corner for Clark, and met with defense immediately. Skips on over to Jamison for the 3 on the right wing. Rattles off the back iron, and no good. Whitaker gets the rebound once again. Under 3 to play till halftime. Logan trails 20-18 at Danville Area Community College. Here's Whitaker at the volleyball line, going to her left, now to the right, gets a pick from Burnett, driving now, and gets on over to Delisle, and a shove called. Can't tell who it is on, although I could take a couple guesses. There's only 5 that could have done it. A timeout called, 20-18 the score at Danville. Logan trails with 2:41 to play in the first half. Timeout called. We'll take one as well and be back in 30 seconds. Barney on the call remotely today at John A. Logan College. The Lady Vols at Danville Area Community College. Jaguars of Danville leading 20-18 with 2:41 to play till halftime. Eric joins back in the River Radio Sports Central studios, helping to bring you today's game. John LeBlanc on the video feed. Logan looking to inbound, and Grayson Morris has it. Flip on over to Whitaker, trying to drive in. Left wing, and running into Michaela Drake over and over again. Delisle with it now, top of the key, pivots around, flip on over to Morris. Now top of the key, gets a nice pick from Antonia Davis. Lobs on into Davis, sends up off the glass. It's good. Antonia Davis with 3 points today. She's averaging 6 a game off the bench. It's 20-20. Here is now Michaela Drake on the right wing for Danville. And stolen away by Delisle. Here she comes at the other end. No one in front of her. With the left hand, it is good. Delisle with 6 on the day now. It's 22-20. Logan leads with 2 minutes to play till halftime as they've retaken the lead. Swing on over to the left side. It's Job jumping into the paint. No good on the floater. And it is rebounded by Igwe. Picked up her dribble, looking to pass to somebody. Over to the corner. It's going to be Job for the 3. Rattles around, rattled out. And it's going to go out of bounds now. Staying with Danville. Minute 43 to play till halftime. 20 on the shot clock. Logan leads 22-20. They'll look to inbound off the baseline. Bounce on into Igwe in the corner. Goes into a double team. And now trying to fight for it. Ball is loose, but it's going to be Danville ball, as I think they say a Logan player touched it last as it went out of bounds. And now Coach Charlie Jones getting an explanation from the referee that made that call. As he says, I could have sworn it was the Danville player that touched it last. Danville will inbound in front of the Logan bench. Gets on into Igwe on the left wing, and Morris closes immediately. And now they say that Igwe carried it, and that's the 15th turnover here in the game for Danville. 22-20, Logan is leading. A minute 37 to play in the first half. Whitaker will inbound to Delisle, and they'll bring it on up. Delisle across the timeline now, being defended by Jamison. Gets a nice pick from Whitaker, goes to the right, and now a foul called again. And that's on Whitaker on the illegal screen. That's Logan's 10th turnover. And Whitaker can't believe it. She said, I set my feet, I set the screen. And, well, now it looks like Logan's going to inbound. 22-20, Logan leads. Minute 28 to play in the half. And now the referees are converging and having a discussion. And, yeah, I mean, that'd be a big deal if Whitaker picked up a foul on that. And, again, it could be Danville's ball if they reverse this. And now they're going to the scorer's table. Trying to make sure they get everything right, I suppose. Right now, Grayson Morris is set up to inbound on the far sideline. And now they're saying Whitaker goes to the stripe. So quite the reversal of events here. As Whitaker will look for points 6 and 7 here. First one up for Whitaker. Good. Nothing but net. Whitaker was 2 for 3 last Saturday against Independence. Second one rattles around, no good. So she's up to 6 on the day now. And here's Drake in the corner for Danville. Bounce on over, poked away, but Danville manages to hold on. Jamison driving in. Here's going to be Lawrence with the baseline jumper, no good, and Whitaker grabs the rebound. Minute 10 to play. Logan leads 23-20. Delisle with it in the left wing. Back on over to Davis. Baseline driving. Spin move. Nice. Up. Off the glass. No good. And rebounded by Danville. Under a minute to play now in the first half. Logan leads 23-20 at Danville Area Community College. And a whistle. And it's going to be Logan ball after the 16th turnover for Danville now in this first half. 55 seconds remain in the first half. Kiera Whitaker brings it across the timeline. On over to Delisle on the left wing. Gets it on over to Davis, top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Backing down now over to Burnett, top of the key. Swings over to Morris, over to Delisle in the corner. Into Burnett. Back on out to Davis, top of the key. 3-2, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Danville. 30 seconds remain. About a second between game and shot clock. Out to the corner for Drake. And a 3 is no good. Rebounded by Jamison, though. And here's the right hand for Igwe. It's good. 4 points for her. It's 23-22, and Logan has the final possession of this half if they decide to milk it. Here's Delisle racing in, on over to Burnett. Free throw line jumper. Off the back iron, no good. Igwe has it with 4 seconds to go till halftime. Bringing it all the way up to the top of the key for the 3, and no good. So Logan will walk into halftime with a 23-22 lead on Danville. Logan looking for win number 3 on the season. If they start the year 3-0, it'll be the first time since 2018 that they start the season 3-0. We'll go to halftime, be back in 2 minutes right here on the home of the Lady Vols, 1035ESPN.com. Logan is leading Danville Area Community College on the road today at half, 23-22. Here is the scoring for the Lady Vols here at the half. Charlotte Delisle and Kira Whitaker lead the Vols in scoring, 6 apiece. Whitaker had a 3, and Delisle has made a 3 twos, I should say. Whitaker had a 3, a 2, and then made a shot at the free throw line. Brooklyn Burnett has 5, all in the second quarter. Grayson Morris has 2, and Tania Davis has 3, and Caitlin Robinson has 1. That's the scoring for the Lady Vols. They're 23 points at the half. Danville with 22. They are led by Chioma Igwe and Alexa Jameson, both with 4 points. Madison Jobe has 6 points. That's who leads them with a pair of 3s. Then it's Jameson and Igwe with 4 apiece. And then it is Taylor Clark, Aaliyah Emmers, Camille Angie, and Michaela Drake, all having 2 points, most of them coming at the stripe. Logan, 10 turnovers in the first half. Danville, 16 by my count. So Logan has not really been able to capitalize on all those turnovers, although Logan has had a share of turnovers themselves. Logan 2-0 on the season coming into this one. Danville is 1-2 on this November 8th, 2025 matchup. Coming up next for the Lady Vols, they have their home opener on Wednesday against Kaskaskia. We hope to see you out here at Don Brewer Gymnasium. It's a 5 p.m. tip. We'll have pregame at 4:45 right here on 1035ESPN.com, the 1035 ESPN app, River Radio Sports Central app, Logan Vols TV, and the John A. Logan Women's Basketball Facebook page. Logan leading 23-22 against Danville Area Community College. We're going to take a minute break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime interview with the John A. Logan softball coach, Taylor Seifert. First pitch dinner coming up. Tickets go on sale on Monday. We will be back in a minute with our halftime interview with Taylor Seifert right here on 1035ESPN.com. Softball coach Taylor Seifert here. Coach, big thing that's coming up is tickets are about to go on sale for the first pitch dinner. Last year was a huge success, and year two, I know you guys are hoping for something similar.
Yeah, no, last year was something that we didn't really expect that big of a crowd, but it was honestly a really, really good event for us. And, you know, we expect every year now to kind of compete with that, and I know that Coach Glasgow is going to be a huge hit for, you know, local and then softball and then just everybody in general. Because of his background. So I'm pretty excited to see the crowd that it's going to bring.
Well, and how did getting Coach Glasgow involved in this come to be? Obviously, a native from the area, pretty well known in the softball and baseball area. But if you aren't familiar with that, last year probably was the first time that you might have been hearing his name in Southern Illinois. How did getting him involved in this, especially when he's also in peak moment, also about to prepare for softball? So how did it come about?
We were kind of just running around the ideas of who we could get for this year, and I just mentioned maybe I could call Coach Glasgow and see if we could get him to, come up here. Maybe he's already in town for the holidays. Mm-hmm. And so I just picked up the phone and I gave him a call, and he was super excited about it from the very beginning. So he was like, I'd love to. Then to come find out he was student body president here at Johnny Logan. So there was another connection, not just, being from Southern Illinois, but also being a connection with Johnny Logan.
And I mean, just kind of looking at what has happened to him the past 365 days. I mean, he got the job at Texas Tech and then just went off immediately. And I mean, I know they've got their NIL stuff and everything, but still, from your perspective, just how cool was it to see his first year over there?
It was awesome. I actually got to experience and go watch him at the College World Series, so that was pretty awesome. I've been around his family, and, I know Tara pretty well, and then Aaron actually coached me over at SIU, so just knowing their background and how their family is and how Jerry and Vicky are, they're just very family-oriented. But just seeing him out there is pretty cool just because he's a genuine guy. And it's no surprise that he was going to make something big happen. And, just with him and his competitive nature and being able to pull people in and, his knowledge of softball, it was pretty cool to see just him in that environment.
Now, people that are listening to this that are thinking maybe I do want to go to this, what is the proceeds going to go to for this? Because I know it's a big help. It was a big help for you guys, both baseball and softball last year. What are those proceeds going to?
So it's just going to be anything that we feel like we need. It's going to be something that's just going to help baseball and softball to be able to get any source of, things that we would like on the field in the new facility, whatever we feel like we need to use those expenses for.
Now, one of the big expenses that you guys didn't necessarily have to pay for, but the Harrison Bruce building that was just built for you guys, it's finally open, and I'm sure you guys have been getting plenty of use out of it already, right?
Oh, yeah. So that 1 week it rained like every day. We were able to get in there, and it's so nice. We can do so many different things with hitting practice or defensive practice and being able to utilize it for live ABs. It's been super nice to be able to have on those days that we can't get outside.
How much improvement have you seen from your team being able to use that facility, both during like that week, but then just also in general?
Well, I don't think it's just so much improvement. I think it's more of like we enjoy being inside now. Having a facility like that, their energy is a lot better. They know that we're not just going to be stuck having to do one thing every single time that we're in there. We can actually mix it up. So them coming prepared and them using the facility when we're not practicing. I know a lot of them come in after hours to get extra swings in. And just having a facility like that to be able to come in, relax, turn on some music, be able to get some work in is something that they enjoy as well.
And then final thing I wanted to ask you, I kind of asked this last year when we kind of had this early interview with Carrie Blaylock being on the staff. Now that you've had a full season, not just practice and fall season, but the full spring season, how much has she added to both your knowledge and just the team in general?
A ton. She's taught me a lot about, the coaching aspect of it, how to relate to the girls, how things have changed with the kids that we coach these days and how to interact with them, understand them, teach them better. I've learned a ton from her. My competitive nature is very hard going. Just learning how to kind of ease up and, talk to them in a way that they'll understand. And, with the girls, they respect her a ton, obviously. But just having an extra eye there in her knowledge of maybe there's things that I don't see and she catches them. She just sees the game in such a different way than a lot of people do with her experience. And so being able to kind of see what she sees, and then that makes me, look at things differently and notice things more. So it's helped me a ton as a coach and the players just being able to understand, hey, this is what it's going to take to be at the next level too.
John A. Logan softball coach Taylor Seifer, thanks a lot for the time, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
He was at Youngstown State, SIU leading 17-7 in the second quarter. Logan women About 30 seconds before the start of the second half, so we timed that up pretty good. Logan, again, leading 23-22 over Division II Danville Area Community College, 23-22. Kira Whitaker and Charlotte Delisle with 6 points. Brooklyn Burnett with 5. Antonia Davis with 3. Grayson Morris has 2. And Caitlin Robinson has 1. That's the scoring for the Lady Vols here coming out of the second half. Dee Williams-Woolard, don't have the official stats on her rebounds coming out of halftime, but she's had quite a few, a couple steals as well, but no points. Would like to see the Knoxville, Tennessee native get a few points. Woolard will be inbounding to start the second half. Bounces into the backcourt for Delisle, and we've got basketball once again in Danville. Screen to the right for Delisle. Into Burnett, wide open. Left the door wide open, and she took it. 7 points for Burnett here now. 25-22 is the lead for Logan. Madison Job with it. Inside for Igwe. Back on out to Job. A corner three, and she nailed it. Ties the game up. She's got 9. It's 25-25. Both teams coming out banging shots. 25-25. 9:30 to play in the third. Here's another screen. Whitaker up with the hook shot. No good. Woolard up to clean it up. It's good. Williams-Woolard averaging 7 points a game. And she just got her first points of this one. It's 27-25. Angie gives on over to Igwe in the paint. Pulls up for it. No good. Angie going to get the rebound. And ball goes out of bounds. It's Logan ball. 9:07 to play in the third. Logan leads 27-25. And Delisle will bring it on up with Williams-Woolard coming up by her left. Screen from Whitaker. Delisle drives in, backs up now after being cut off. A lob to Burnett goes over Burnett's head and stolen away by Danville. And now ball is loose, picked up. Igwe has it now, top of the key. Gives on over to Job. Left-hand dribble, driving. Runs into a double team, falls to the floor, and a travel called. 17th turnover for Danville today. 8:40 to play in the third. 27-25 lead for Logan. Logan had 15 points in the second quarter to Danville's 10. Inbound to Whitaker. She'll bring it on up herself. Crossing the timeline now. To the right, gets a screen from Davis. Driving in now. Pulls up from about 15 feet. No good, and Angie has the rebound. Poked out. And they're going to say it is Danville ball. They say a Logan player touched it, and that is the final decision. 8:28 to play now. Danville will bring it up. 27-25 the lead for the Lady Vols. Here's Jamison. Swing on over to Job in the corner. She'll bring it around to the wing. Bounce on inside the Igwe at the free throw line. Driving against Burnett. Up, blocked. And she'll be going to the stripe. It will be Igwe going to the stripe here. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe so far today. 4 points on the day. Averages 9.7 points, 8 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and 2 steals. First one up. Good. Perfect. Still at the line. 3 for 3. And Danville is a total of 11 for 11 at the line after coming into this game with a 57.8% average at the stripe in the first 3 games. There's their first miss of the day at the line. Logan brings it up. Woolard gives on over to Whitaker. 27-26 the lead for Logan. A screen from Davis over to Morris in the corner now. Morris brings it around. Looks to pass. Gets it to Davis, top of the key. Kind of drive inside with the right-hand dribble. Up with the hook shot. No good. And rebounded by Danville. Under 8 to play in the third quarter. Igwe gets past Morris. And now out to Job. Left wing 3. And no good. Poked down, and Igwe got it back inside. Angie sometimes has it and sends up the hook shot. It's no good. Davis has the rebound, and she'll bring it up, crossing the timeline now. On the right wing, over to Burnett, inside the arc. Out to Morris on the right wing for a deep 2, and just a little short. Rebounded by Danville once again. Here's Igwe, top of the key. Swings over to the corner. Driving baseline now, and I believe this is a turnover here. Or is it a block? It's a block, I think. Yep. They'll be inbounding here. Mariah Macklin coming into the game for the first time this season. Happy to see she's back into the game. Jamison will inbound. Lobs into Angie, on over to Job for a 10-footer. It's good. She's got 11 in the game. It's 28-27. Logan trails at Danville. Delisle surveys the court. Goes to her right, setting up at the volleyball line still. Under 7 to play now. 15 on the shot clock and a timeout. Logan trailing 28-27, headed into the 6:56 timeout here. And we'll take a 30-second break. Be back on 103.5 ESPN. Matt Varney on the call here remotely. John LeBlanc helping to bring you today's video feed, and Eric Joins back in the River Radio studios helping to bring you today's game. Logan trails 28-27 at Danville. It is Madison Job leading the way for everyone in scoring with 11 points, and she has just had a fantastic start to this second half with 5 points quickly. And Danville leading by a point against Logan here as we're about to come out of the timeout here in a moment. Under 7 to play in the third. 6:56 on the clock, 16 on the shot clock. 28-27, the lead for Danville. Whitaker will inbound on the near sideline. Gets it on in, but poked out by Job, and so we'll do it again. It'll be Whitaker once again. Out there with Whitaker, it's Antonia Davis, Grayson Morris, Mariah Macklin, and Morris gets the inbound, and also Delisle. Whitaker driving in, down low, poked out. It will be Danville ball. That's the 12th turnover for Logan. Here come the Jaguars. Crossing the timeline now. Swing on over to the left wing, double teamed. Gets on over to the right side. Inside now, poked around. And it's loose on the floor now, but Danville gets it down low for Angie. Up and in it goes. 4 points for her. Here now is Delisle. Delisle looks around. And Whitaker goes flying. And there should be a foul on Igwe. So it will be Delisle. Well, no, it'll be Morris inbounding, excuse me. Morris will inbound here in just a moment. 30-27 the score at Danville. The Jaguars leading. Morris looks around. Still looking. Into Macklin. Macklin down low. And she traveled, yeah. 13th turnover for Logan now. Had an opportunity there, but nothing doing. Jamison will bring it on up now. Crossing the timeline. Jamison dealing with Morris. Gets a pick. Goes to the right. Runs into a double team. Got past both of the defenders. Down low for Igwe. Now to Job. Left wing three open and good. 14 points for her now. 33-27. Logan trails at D2 Danville. Delisle, left-hand dribble, driving in herself, and cut off. Pulls up from a little inside the free throw line. No good. And retrieved by Danville. 5:35 to play. Here's Igwe over to the corner for Emmers. A three, and nailed that one. She's up to 5. That's her first made bucket. It's 36-27. Logan trails And another timeout called. 5:26 to play. Logan trailing 36-27. And we'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Logan trails at Danville 36-27. The Jaguars have come to life, and Logan just cannot seem to find the bottom of the nets here at Danville. Logan 2-0, looking for a 3-0 start, but right now Danville has taken complete control of this game with about 15 minutes left in regulation. 5:26 left in the third. As if you're watching on any of the streams, we're viewing the Danville bench. Now we've got the full view of the court again. Whitaker gets the inbound, gives over to Delisle. Across the timeline now. Sets up at the volleyball line. Letting the offense develop. Over to Morris on the left wing. Sets up for the three, and here's a travel called as she passed to Burnett. 9-point lead for Danville. 5:11 to play in the third. Here comes Jamison. Crossing the timeline. Gets over to Drake. Now it's going to be Jobe from downtown. And nothing but net for her. She is unconscious right now. A total of 11 in this quarter. She's got 17 in the game. It's 39-27. Whitaker driving over to Burnett down low. Back on out to Delisle on the left wing. Thought about the three, and now going to go over to Morris. Inside the arc. Gets on over to Davis. Davis backs up. Pulls up for a deep two off the backboard, and no good, and rebounded by Drake. It's 39-27. Here comes Drake on the other end, and she used the elbow to shove off of the defense. But they might see it as a blocking foul. Let's see here. Yep, they're going to send. It's going to be an inbound play coming up. 4:31 to play in the third. Into Drake in the corner. Wide open for the three, and good. 5 points for her. 42-27. They have just blown this thing wide open. They have gone on a 16-0 run. 4:15 to play in the third. Here is Delisle over to Whitaker. Right-hand dribble. Pulls up inside the arc. Good. Finally, they stem the bleeding. 8 points for Whitaker. Logan has only scored 6 points in this quarter. Right wing driving in for Emmers. Up and good with the left hand. She's up to 7 on the day. Delisle will bring it up. 44-29, 3:48 to play. Whitaker with it. Over to the far side. Gets a pick from Burnett. Going to take it to the top of the key. Behind the back. And now going to send up from a free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Davis. Up and in it goes for Antonia Davis. She's up to 5 on the day. 44-31 the lead for Danville. 3.5 to play till the end of the third. Here now is Emmers in the corner. Igwe. Left-hand dribble. Driving. Sends up in the paint. Goes down. And I do believe she'll be going to the stripe as well. Igwe with 7 on the day. No, they erased that. So 44-31 the lead for Danville with 3:19 to play in the third. Lob on into Jobe. Swing over to Drake. Left wing three. And off the back iron, no good, but rebounded by Emmers. Back on over to Jamison outside. And picked up the dribble over to Emmers now in the corner. Steps on over, top of the key. Drake on the left wing, right-hand dribble into the paint. Floats it up from the free throw line. Good. 7 points for Drake. She averages 13. 3 minutes to play in the third. Logan trails 46-32. Whitaker sets up near the logo on the far side. Gets a pick from Burnett. Going to go away from it. Drives in. Found some space. Up on the jumper. No good. And rebounded by Igwe. Igwe across the timeline now. Left-hand dribble. Backs on up. Morris trying to poke it out. Gets on over to Jamison. Now it's Emmers with it on the right wing. Emmers inside. Job, a free throw line jumper. Rattles around. No good. And rebounded by Davis. Here comes Delisle. Dipping and weaving through everyone. A right hand up. No good. She'll go to the stripe, though, after the foul. A blocking foul from Igwe. So Delisle will go to the stripe. First time at the stripe today for her. She was 6 for 6 in the first game of the season and 3 for 4 at the stripe in the second game. So 9 for 10 this season out of Las Vegas, Nevada. 6 points on the day for Delisle. First one up, bounces off. Logan trails 46-32, 2:20 to play in the third. They'll need to go on a couple of runs here. Can't expect to go on a 14-0 run. Second one, good. 7 points for Delisle today. 46-33, 2:15 to play in the third. Drake with it on the right wing, steps to the top of the key. Burnett pokes it loose, but Drake able to retrieve it. On over to Angie. Angie picked up her dribble, gave it back over to Jamison. Job driving, got loose with it, on over to Igwe, and still loose with it. Igwe, 6 on the shot clock, driving in, and a right hand up, no good, but I think they're going to call a block here on Delisle and send Igwe to the stripe. Igwe's 3 for 4 at the stripe this afternoon. Out there for Logan right now is Antonia Davis, Brooklyn Burnett, Grayson Morris, Kiera Whitaker. First one up for Igwe is good. And Delisle, Charlotte Delisle. Igwe's gotten 4 of her points at the stripe. She's 4 for 5. Here comes her 6th free throw of the game. Up and rolls off, no good. She's got 6 on the day. 4 of her 6 have come at the stripe. Morris in the corner for a deep 2. Rattles off, no good. And rebounded by Morris. Up, no good once again, and a foul called. And the Carbondale graduate will be going to the stripe. Minute 44 to play in the third. Logan still trailing by 14, 47-33. Morris, a graduate of Carbondale, grew up in Cape Girardeau, just 40 minutes away. First one up for Morris. Rattles around, good. Came into the game averaging 9.5 points, had 9 and 10 last weekend. First game in the starting lineup, only with 3 so far. Second one up, also good, so make it 4 today. 47-35, minute 40 to play. Going to need a couple more stops from Logan. Jamison found a soft spot. Over to Angie. Now it's Job with a right-hand dribble. Curling in. Sends it up in the paint. That's good. Nothing can miss for Job today, apparently. Especially in this quarter. She's got a total of 13 in this quarter. Grayson Morris lobs into Burnett, and it's stolen away. That's the 15th turnover for Logan in this game. The 5th of this quarter. Jamison. On out to Job, the parking lot. And finally, something she misses. Whitaker grabs the rebound. It's 49-35, a minute 5 to play in the third. Davis, bounce on over to Morris. Left-hand dribble, going into the paint. Backs down, spin move up. No good. Gets her own rebound up and good. And she'll be going to shoot the and one. Morris starting to come alive here. 6 on the day, looking to make it 7 with the and one. 49-37. 55.2 on the clock. in the third. Logan trails by 12. Morris has the ball now for the and one. Up. Good. 3 for 3 at the stripe today. She's got 5, all in the matter of the past minute. Ball loose into the corner. Taylor Clark with it over to Katie Lawrence. Now it's Michaela Drake driving in, ran into her own teammate. 40 seconds remain in this quarter. Logan trails 49-38. Morris steals it away, and here she comes at the other end. Ball is loose once again, and lobbed up, and Logan has it. Here is now Davis with it. Davis on over to Delisle. Under 30 seconds to play in this quarter. Over to Morris off the glass. It's good. A nice assist for Brooklyn Burnett. Grayson Morris once again coming alive here in the closing moments of the third quarter. Here is Drake. Drake backing up. 9 seconds to play in the third. It's 49-40. Logan trails at Danville Area Community College. Emmers from the free throw line. Rattles off no good. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. Logan trails at the end of 3, 49-40, but in the closing moments of that quarter, Grayson Morris finally came alive, and things are starting to look like they might be able to turn it around. 9-point trail for Logan, 49-40 as we head to the fourth. We're back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Basketball entering the fourth. Logan trails Danville Area Community College 49-40. Crunch time for the Lady Vols with 10 minutes remaining. They'll need to pull off a 9-point comeback. Danville scored a total of 27 points in that third quarter. 13 of them came from Madison Jobe. A trio of threes and 2 more twos. She's up to 19 on the day. Logan, 17 in the third. Danville starting the fourth quarter with the ball. Aaliyah Emmers, top of the key, on over to Taylor Clark on the left wing. Found a soft spot. Right hand up, no good. And poked around. Burnett gets the rebound. On over to Charlotte Delisle. She'll bring it on up. Delisle on the right wing now. And backs off and lets the offense develop some. Calls for a play. Grayson Morris, 7 points in the final 3 minutes of the third quarter. She's up to 9 on the day now. Antonia Davis on the left wing. Lobs into Burnett. Up off the glass. It is good. And she'll be going to the stripe as well. That's the type of play Logan needs if they want to get back into this one. Burnett going to the stripe. She's got 9 on the day. Can make it 10 with a make here. 49-42. Logan trails by 7 with 9:27 to play in the final frame. Burnett is 1 for 1 at the stripe so far today. And one up is good. 6-point game now. Burnett's got 10 on the day. It's 49-43. 9:25 to play in the game. Jamison bringing it on up to the right wing. Left-hand dribble. Gives on over to Emmers. Some good defense from Davis. Gets past Davis, though, and swings on over for Lawrence. No good. Morris has the rebound, and she'll bring it up herself. The freshman out of Carbondale gives on over to Delisle on the right wing. Goes back on over to the volleyball line with 9 minutes to play in the game. It's 49-43. Logan trailing at Danville. Delisle swings on over to Davis. Lobs down to the other side, and it goes out of bounds. 16th turnover for Logan here today. By my count, the Jaguars only had 2 turnovers in the third quarter after having 16 in the first half. They really cut down. Here's Joe blowing past Morris, up and no good, and Burnett has the rebound. Still a 6-point game, 49-43, with 8.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Kiera Whitaker standing in the circle, letting the offense develop, goes to the right. Looks to pass over to Morris on the left side. Down to Burnett, double-teamed, swings out to Delisle. Right wing 3 for her, offline, and it's rebounded by Danville. To the other side, Emmers couldn't control it. Back on out to Job. Left wing 3 for her, and once again, she makes a 3. That is her 6th 3 of the game. She's up to 22. It's 52-43. Logan trails with 8:07 to play in this game. Timeout called. We'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Game remotely at John A. Logan College. Lady Vols trail 52-43. Charlie Jones, in year 3 as head coach of the John A. Logan women's basketball team, comes into today with a 22-30 career record, assisted by David Hughes, Mariah Jones, and Aaron Lee. Kyle Bent, the head coach of Danville, assisted by Zach Davis. Logan will inbound. Delisle will bring it on up with Whitaker to her left. And crossing the timeline now, D. Woolard Williams back into the game. I believe she's been in foul trouble nearly the entire game. Woolard with it on the left wing now. Left-hand dribble going against Job. And now back out to Antonia Davis. Davis on the right wing, goes to the left, top of the key now. Gets a pick, lost the ball, picked it back on up. Pass on out to Burnett. It's loose and stolen away. Here come the Jaguars now. Job stepping in, pulls up from about 10 feet off the back iron. No good. Burnett gets the rebound and bounce on over to Woolard, and she'll bring it up across the timeline. D. Williams Woolard pass on over to Delisle. 7:20 to play in this one. Logan trails 52-43. 7:15 to play now. Going away from a screen. And inside to Burnett, and I think a reach is called here. And it would be on, I believe, Angie. So an inbound play coming up. Logan trails by 9. Woolard on the baseline, looks to inbound. Going to lob to Antonia Davis, down to Brooklyn Burnett in the paint, though. Up, no good, and rebounded by Angie. 7 minutes to play now. 52-43. Igwe with it to the left side. Drawing from the free throw line off the backboard. It's good. 8 points for Igwe. 54-43 now. Here is Whitaker. Swings on over to Delisle on the left wing. Jab stepping. Goes to the top of the key. Curling around at the free throw line. Backs up now. Gives on over to Whitaker. Pulls up for the 3. And it's short. Rebounded by Igwe. And it will be Joe bringing it on up. Driving now. Up with the right hand. It is good. That's Jamison with it. She's up to 6 on the day. 56-43. Logan trails with 6:15 to play. Delisle, right-hand dribble, top of the key now, and backs off as the offense develops some more. Goes with the screen to the right, sets up, going to drive in, found a pocket, up off the glass, no good. Woolard comes down with it, up, and no good. Gets her own rebound again, up, and good this time as D. Williams Woolard up to 4 on the day. 56-45, under 6 to play. Jamison, top of the key. Flip on over to Emmers. Emmers standing near the sideline. Right-hand dribble, blowing in. On out to Igwe on the left wing now. Jab step for the 3, and it's offline. Rebounded by Burnett. Back on out to Whitaker, and she'll bring it up. A player to beat. Sends it up with the right hand off the glass. Good. Kiera Whitaker up to 10 on the day. 56-47 now. 5:30 to play in the game. Logan trying to get back into this one, and a whistle. And Grayson Morris comes into the game as Danville will inbound here in just a moment. And Tania Davis takes a seat on the bench as Morris comes in. 5:25 to play. Logan trails 56-47 at Danville. Both teams scored 7 in this quarter so far. Lobs in and goes out of bounds. And it'll stay with Danville as Kiera Whitaker went skidding on the floor trying to get the steal. Jobe will inbound in front of her own bench. Woolard, some good inbound defense, lobs to Angie at the volleyball line. And once again we'll do it. I'm not sure what exactly the issue was here. Jobe gets into Jamison at half court as play resumes. Over to Igwe, jab step. Left hand dribble on out to Angie. Top of the key, flip on over to Jamison, and here's a shove from Delisle. 56-47 the score, 5:12 to play, and it'll be Danville inbounding on the near side sideline now. Jobe will inbound with Woolard on the defense. Jamison gets it at half court. Antonia Davis with a hip check. And we'll do it again. So Jobe once again will inbound. 5:10 to play. Jobe gets it into Angie at the circle. And she's looking to give it to Jamison, and finally does. Left-hand dribble, driving into the paint, up and good for Jamison. She's got 8 on the day. It'll be Whitaker bringing it on up across the timeline over to Davis, right wing, no, looking to lob it into Burnett. It was a little bit more of a line drive and threw it into a host of Danville players. And a foul here, it looks like, as Danville's going to the other side, and someone should be shooting. It will be Jobe shooting with 4:43 to play. 58-47 the lead for Danville. Still waiting to get the ball to Jobe. And meanwhile, all the other Danville players go for a quick timeout with head coach Kyle Bent. Jobe sent one up and good. It's her first time at the stripe today. She's up to 23 on the day. Here's the second one. Up. Good as well. So 24 on the day for Jobe. 60-47, Logan trails at Danville with 4:40 to play. Morris, jab step. Brings it out of the corner, gives on over to Whitaker, top of the key. Back over to Morris, sitting at the right wing. Now it's Davis, swings over to Woolard on the left wing. Woolard to Whitaker, top of the key. Right-hand dribble, stepping in, and a travel called. That's the 18th turnover for Logan. At one point, they were winning the turnover battle far and away against Danville. Now it's tied up, 18-18. 60-47, Logan trails at Danville. Here is Jamison, And ball poked loose, but picked back up by Jamison. She'll back it up, getting double teamed. On over to Job now. And once again fouled with 4:09 to play, and she'll go to the stripe. Job averages 13 points, 1.7 assists, and 2.7 turnovers per game in the 3 games coming into this game. From Indianapolis, went to Purdue Polytechnic. First one up is good. Job, a 5'8" sophomore guard. Second one, up and good. 26 points for Job today. Her average is going to go way up. Woolard with it. Her left wing, top of the key, left-hand dribble, driving into the paint. Was looking for a pass, and I think instead there's going to be a foul here, a shove. But it'll be an inbound play coming up because she wasn't shooting. Logan trails by 15, 62-47 with under 4 to play. Woolard was looking for Davis, but instead goes into the opposition's hands. And fast break score is good for Job. It's been all Job here in the fourth quarter. Whitaker drives in, pulls up for the 10-footer. It's good. So Whitaker has 12 on the day now. 64-49, 3:35 to play. And a foul called as Jamison brings it up, and they're going to send Jamison to the stripe. Jamison has 8 on the day. 3:35 to play. It's 64-49. Jamison waiting on the ball. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe so far today. First one up. Rattles out, no good. So she won't reach double figures this time around. Can only get up to 9 points. Second one up is good. So she has 9 on the day now. 65-49, 3:30 to play in the game. 2-0 Logan, 1-2 Danville. Antonia Davis with it. Right-hand dribble, takes the screen. Left-hand dribble, driving into the paint, floats it up from the free throw line. No good. And is rebounded by Whitaker, and up and in it goes. Whitaker with 14. 65-51. And here's Igwe driving baseline. Blocked by Morris. Morris takes it away. And on out to Whitaker now. Across the timeline. Driving in. Pulls up from 10 feet again. Jumper's good. And she's up to 16 all of a sudden. 65-53, 2:50 to play. And here comes Jamison. On over to Job. Left-hand dribble. Morris closely defending. Gives on over to Jamison. Jamison brings it around on the curl. On out to Igwe. Left wing 3 for her. Off the back iron, no good. And Davis saves the rebound. Gets on over to Woolard. 2.5 to play. Logan trails 65-53. Woolard. Backdoor to Grayson Morris. Spin move off the glass is good. And they're going to call it no. They're going to say no basket. Instead, a foul on the floor. Logan would rather have the basket. It would make it a 10-point game with 2:27 to play. Woolard will inbound. Out there with Woolard, it's Burnett, Morris, Whitaker, and Davis. Woolard lobs into Burnett at the free throw line. Right-hand dribble. Spin move. Up off the glass is good. And she was going against Jamison, and they call a charge. So the 2 points once again erased, and this time it'll be Danville inbounding. Job gets it into Drake. Michaela Drake baseballs it all the way to the other side. And now Jamison has it. 2:15 to play. 65-53 the lead for Danville. Right-hand dribble. Jamison on the right wing. Gets past Morris. Bounce on over. Now it's into the hands of Job. A left wing 3. And nailed it. That's her 7th 3 of the game. 68-53. Whitaker, right-hand dribble behind the bag now. Sends up a 20-footer. It's just short. And rebounded by Burnett. Sends it up and no good. Rebound by Burnett again. Sends it up. And this time they're going to call a foul and send it Danville's way. So another turnover. 20th turnover of the game. (68-53) the score here. Minute 45 to play. And they were going to do an inbound play, but then they said, oh, yeah, we're in the bonus. So Danville will go down the other way to shoot two. It's Jamison going to the stripe once again, looking for her 10th and 11th points of the game. Minute 45 to play. Unless some miracle happens, Logan will be dropping to 2-1. First one up is good. So she's got 10 on the day. It's 69-53 now. Here comes the second one up. And rattles away, no good. Burnett gets the rebound, and here come the Vols now. It is Delisle in the corner. Looking to pass. Lobs into Davis. Right-hand dribble. Sends up. No good. Got fouled and should be going to the stripe. Davis with 5 points on the day so far. She averages 6 on the season in the first 2 games of the season. Just 13 points in this fourth quarter for Logan. Danville scored 20. They had 27 in the third. I figured one of the two teams, after a slow first quarter for both, or first half for both teams, I figured one of them would turn it up a notch. It ended up being Danville. Davis makes the first one. And here comes the second one for Davis. Up and looks like she made it. Turned away to the wrong camera, but looks like she made it. Ball poked loose. Grayson Morris steals it away, but it's going to go to Michaela Drake. So the turnover ends up being a wash. And Drake gets fouled. We'll go to the stripe now. 69-55, minute 24 to play. As Drake goes to the stripe. Madison Jobe going to be the leader in points in this one. She's up to 31. First one is good for Michaela Drake. She's up to 8 now. Averages 13 coming in 2 today. She's a freshman out of Kokomo, Indiana. Second one, also good. So she's going to have 9 today now. Charlotte Delisle brings it across the timeline. Top of the key for Logan. Left-hand dribble, free throw line jumper, off the back iron, no good. Morris has the rebound, up. No good, but she got fouled and will go to the stripe once again. So Grayson Morris at the stripe today is 3 for 3. 9 points. Held scoreless in this fourth quarter. Trying to get to 10. First one is up and good. She's got a smooth free throw shot. Needs to find her way to the stripe more often, I think. Second one. Off the back iron, no good. Davis has the rebound, though. Up with the right hand. Good! Off the glass. So Davis is going to have 9. It's 71-58. And Angie has it. Minute to play. Logan trails 71-58. Emmers with it. Flip on over to Jamison at the volleyball line. Right-hand dribble. And fouled. Coming up in about an hour, tip-off for Logan men. They'll be taking on number 13 in the nation, Indian Hills, at Indian Hills. You'll be able to hear it on 1035ESPN.com, 1035 ESPN app, of course on 1035 ESPN on 1035 FM. Logan Vols TV on YouTube, the John A. Logan men's basketball Facebook as well. Jamison back at the stripe. Makes the first one. 14-point game. Second one up. Also good. In this quarter alone, she is 4 for 6. Morris, a deep 2 from the corner. Rattles off, no good. Burnett gets the offensive board. Muscles her way up for a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. Up is short again. And a whistle here with 37.8 on the clock. So Burnett will go to the stripe. Logan fighting, got to give him credit for that. Burnett shooting 2. First one for the sophomore. Up is short. First miss of the day at the stripe for her. She's 2 for 3 now. Here comes the second one. Up and rattles out again. Mariah Macklin tries to track it down. Ball is loose, and there's going to be someone going to the stripe here. I think it's going to be Jamison as she tripped over Grayson Morris, who was also diving for the ball. 35.8 on the clock. 73-58 the score. Logan trails by 15, and again, looks like they will be dropping to 2-1, barring a miracle. Jamison at the stripe. First one up is good. Nine points in this quarter alone. Second one up. Good. Make it 10 in this quarter. She's up to 14 on the day. 35 seconds remain as Whitaker will bring it up with Davis to her right. Crossing the timeline now. Setting up on the left. Inside to Morris. Poked out and stolen away once again. 21 turnovers for Logan today. Jamison with it. On out to Emmers on the right wing. Shot clock turned off. They can just take their time if they want to. Ball poked loose. Top of the key and trying to play keep away from Logan. Jamison with it and continually getting double teams. 6 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will be it. Logan drops a 75-58 loss at Danville. Their first loss of the season, dropping to 2-1. Charlie Jones drops to 22-31 in his career as Logan just couldn't find their offense today against Danville. It was a struggle. We'll step away for a minute and be back with the postgame show on 1035ESPN.com. At 58 loss for the Lady Vols. They are now 2-1 on the season as Danville improves to 2-2. Going through the scoring for the Lady Vols, Kira Whitaker had 8 points in the fourth quarter to bring her total to 16. She leads the Lady Vols in scoring today. Brooklyn Burnett and Grayson Morris had 10 points apiece. Antonia Davis had 9. Charlotte Delisle finishes with 7. D. Williams Woolard had 4. Those all came in the second half. And Kaylin Robinson came off the bench for just a point. Did not see her in the second half, but she went 1 for 2 at the free throw stripe. For Danville, they were led by Madison Jobe with 31 points today of their 75. Then it was Alexa Jamison with 14. 10 of those came in the fourth quarter. Chioma Igwe had 8 points. Michaela Drake had 9. Camila Angie had 4. And Taylor Clark had 2. That was the scoring for Danville. Logan drops to 2-1 on the season. They have their home opener coming up on Wednesday when they face off with Kaskaskia. That'll be a 5 p.m. tip. Logan having their first home game of the year. Come out, support the Lady Vols, and if you can't, we'll take the air at 4:45 on 1035ESPN.com, the 1035 ESPN app, River Radio Sports Central app, Logan Vols TV on YouTube, and John A. Logan Women's Basketball Facebook page. That's all where you can find John A. Logan Women's Basketball. Want to say thanks to Eric Joins back in the River Radio Sports Central control room. Couldn't do what we do without him. And, of course, John LeBlanc helping to provide the video feed for us today. Lady Vols finished with 21 turnovers. Again, they were leading the turnover battle for a good chunk of this game. In the second half, Danville flipped it on its head. They had 16 turnovers, Danville did in the first half. 18 is what they finished with. They really tightened things up in ball control in the second half with only 2 turnovers in the second half, whereas Logan, they had 10 at the half, and they finished with 21. And that's no good. Logan loses 75-58. Again, thank you to Eric Joins and John LeBlanc. I am Matt Varney. We'll see you Wednesday for the home opener when Logan Lady Vols take on Kaskaskia at 5 p.m. at Don Brewer Gymnasium. Well, until then, you've been listening to 1035ESPN.com.